All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Oil Stream, brought to you by Boston Pizza, and we are at a Boston Pizza today. We are at the Capilano Boston Pizza. Thank you very much for watching or listening today. If you're listening on TuneIn or iHeart or at EdmontonSportsTalk.com, please tell our friends so easy it is to stream the Oil Stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at noon. If you're watching over on YouTube today, hammer the thumbs up for us for sure. That would be greatly appreciated as well. All right, so there's lots to sort through here. They tightened this up pretty tight on this shot here, eh?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's like let's see how wide it is here.
Yeah.
Could go with that.
But we fixed it up. It's nice. The headroom's good. It's nice and symmetrical. So we look nice.
You think so?
I think so.
Right,
I noticed this when I got up. I turned on my TV this morning.
You like this shirt?
This is good. Good luck.
It's a comfortable shirt.
Yeah, but it's also nice.
It's like kind of a business shirt. Kind of maybe not a business shirt, you know. I like this shirt. Jasmine touched it. She kind of mocked me. She said, "Nice shirt."
She had zebras on her dress today.
I said to her earlier, like I meant it. I said, "Hey, nice dress."
Yes.
But then she said, "Nice shirt" in a mocking fashion.
That's rude.
And I hurt my feelings. But whatever.
Well, I'm here to tell you it's a nice shirt,
Thanks,
literally.
Man. That means a lot.
And
coming from
it's
you.
nice and soft, and probably
it is nice and soft.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm very comfortable in this shirt, and I stay relatively warm as well.
Yeah.
All right, you can text us anytime 780-218-9999. The Edmonton Oilers back in the wing column. But if you want to swing on by Boston Pizza for lunch today, I'll buy you a beer if you're here. And
Corey B's here.
$15 lunch ready in less than 20 minutes.
Yes.
I just ordered some salt and pepper meatless bites.
Those are good.
Yeah, I mean it's a steady Eddie.
Meatless bites.
But I had,
boneless
bites. Not meatless bites. Boneless bites. So yeah, that's good. I don't know if this guy over here is a listener.
Is he looking
over?
He
came in and he waved at me, and then
maybe he's a
he
big
didn't look at me
TSF
again.
fan.
I was going to go over and say hi after, but
just say hi.
Oh, hey, look, we're on TV here too.
Yeah, good.
That's cool. All right, that's good.
Nice to see.
All right, so yes, we'll get to. So what's this? I see Jen over in the chat saying, "What's she say?" Chat's moving quick here today. Where is it? Can we get Dusty's opinion on the Jays conversation from the hangout? What was the conversation?
Okay, so
I was busy. I was over here. I wasn't listening.
Yeah. Cole's notes. So it was in regard to calling them Canada's team, and so
that's an interesting conversation.
Maddie and I said no, they're Toronto's team. Okay, but Canada has a lot of fans of them coast to coast. But to say they're Canada's team isn't correct. They're your team that you like, and you might not be from Toronto, but they're Toronto's team. And essentially, we were haggling over that. And
who was arguing with you?
So it was Jasmine and Belzy saying, no, this is Canada's team because we only have one team in the MLB, and they're in Toronto.
That's
so
a
it's
valid
Canada's
argument.
team. But we said, no, this is Toronto's team, but it has a lot of fans coast to coast. Doesn't make it Canada's team. It makes it Toronto's team. It was getting down.
Did you get pretty? Were you guys?
There was some yelling.
Yeah.
I don't care. Like the Jays, I'm happy that people are happy and the fans are enjoying this. It's been thrilling baseball. But if they lose, I'm not. My feelings aren't hurt. Now I'm heartless, as Benny and Belzy have said to me many times before.
Yeah.
When it comes to fandom, unless it's the Arizona Cardinals, which is a terrible football team again this year.
That's a tough look.
Yeah, it is. It really is. And I said, well, I'm a Arizona Diamondbacks casual fan. Why aren't they Canada's team? Because a lot of snowbirds who are Canadians really like the Arizona Diamondbacks for whatever obscure reason. So you could debate it till the cows come home, but that was the argument.
I think I've sat here, I've thought about it, and I think I would probably side with Belzy and Jasmine on it's okay to call them Canada's team because they're the only team in Canada.
That was the argument. But
if you're in the U.S. and you're watching, you're like, oh, that's a Canadian team. That's Canada's team up there.
Sure.
It'd be different. Like, let's say the Toronto Maple Leafs were in a Stanley Cup final.
They were used as an example.
You're not labeling them as Canada's team.
Correct.
It's completely different. There are 6 other franchises in the same league that are all Canada's. They're all Canadian teams.
Correct.
So no, I think it's it's okay.
Now-
Like, and I don't try to force it on people. Like, I am a Jays fan. I've been a Jays fan since I was 11 years old. They're my team.
Yeah.
All
And
right.
that's
But they're
that's
also
great.
the only Canadian team. So they were kind of Canada's team. It's like when the Raptors went on their run. I'm not a fan of the Raptors. I've never have been a fan of the Raptors. I'm a fan of whatever team LeBron James is on. But I was okay accepting that a lot of people viewed the Raptors as Canada's team.
I'm okay accepting that people view them as Canada's team, but I don't think it's correct. And I'll go back to your Leafs comparison. And no, you can't call them Canada's team because there's 6 other Canadian franchises. Like, I get that part of the argument, but technically, in principle, it should be the same with the Raptors and Toronto, even though there's no other Canadian teams in those respective leagues. If you're saying the Toronto team in the NHL isn't Canada's team, correct. But because you're saying it's because there's 6 other Canadian teams in the NHL, I understand where you're coming from, but I don't agree with it. And the same theory should apply to the MLB and the NBA teams because they're Toronto's teams. Now, unfortunately, there aren't any other Canadian teams in those leagues. And I think the same principle should apply in those cases. And that's what Maddie and I were saying. We're not saying it's wrong to cheer for them. We're not saying it's wrong to be bandwagon with them. We're not saying it's wrong to celebrate them. It's just using the term Canada's team, which smart marketing people do and will continue to because it makes money and it gets people talking. And that's ultimately what you want at the end of the day. It's just we're saying it's not right. Canada's team, as Maddie said, is the national baseball team. It's the national basketball team.
I mean, I'll throw this out there to you. If we're doing this whole,
it's getting down. It's
I would argue that 500% more people care about the Blue Jays than the Canadian national baseball team.
Unfortunately,
I mean, the Canadian national baseball team. I mean, name anything to do with that team. Anything.
Well, Freddie Freeman.
Who runs it?
Isn't it Ernie Witt?
Is it still Ernie Witt?
I don't know. That's who I think is.
How can nobody cares about that team?
Unfortunately, and
so
that's disappointing.
I think that's a bad comparison, though.
But it's listen. You might not like the comparison, but it's the principle.
Think about if we got an NFL team right now.
I wouldn't call them Canada's team.
No, but
I'd be like
they would be
Vancouver's
Canada's team because they're in Canada. We all have our own teams. We all have our own favorite teams.
I still like the Cardinals,
but that would kind of be Canada's team. It's
I don't like that
as the country. I think if there's only one. No, but I think factually, if there's only one team in the league, then by default you're Canada's team.
I think it's a cheap out, if you will, and I'm with Matthew on it, and it gets people fired up, this and that. But anyway, there's nothing wrong with being on the Blue Jays bandwagon. It's been thrilling baseball. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. If it brings people together and makes them happy, then I'm super happy. I love that. That's what sport is. It's a celebration of competition.
The country will be more united for a Jays World Series than any Stanley Cup final you could ever have for a Canadian hockey team.
I'm not disagreeing with that.
I think that makes it kind of valid.
I'm just saying calling them Canada's team isn't right. But the fact that they bring everyone together and the nation celebrates them, that's great. It's just and now it's not popular opinion, but people go, "Oh, the Toronto Blue Jays, that's Canada's team." I'll smile and I'll nod my head to you, and at the same time I'll be thinking, "No, not really." But it's great that you like them.
Who are you cheering for in this series?
Nobody. Seriously, nobody. I want to see good baseball. I want to see people excited around this country. I hope Canadians are very happy with the outcome.
Why is that?
Maybe they'll get a championship.
They're Canada's team.
Do I care if Vladimir Guerrero Jr. becomes a World Series champion and George Springer is the MVP? No, I don't give 2 craps. But I hope we get a thrilling week and a bit of baseball and rallies Canadians together, because when my city and my country is happy, I'm happy.
All right. I mean, I don't really want to spend too much more time on this.
I wasn't
even aware of this until it was brought up.
It was a lot of that, and people getting very, very worked up about it. I see a text from Poop Stains, great name, by the way, Poop Stains, says, "Tom sounds like my ex-wife." Never wrong. I'll tell you this, Poop Stains, I'm not wrong often.
That is funny, though.
When I am wrong, I'll admit it. Sometimes I won't, though. Good text. Thank you.
All right. Well, we'll disagree on that one.
That's fine.
Yeah,
It's okay to disagree.
I mean, I could sit here and debate this for the entire hour.
I know, and basically, I mean,
That's probably what happened.
yelled
I guess,
about
yeah.
it for like 15 minutes, and people are getting mad.
Matt Hyman over in the chat says, Dusty, is this Tommy take worse than his Skechers take?
Oh my God!
Man, Skechers a cool shoe. It just
Holy smokes! Oh, Matt Hyman, terrible. That's hilarious. Anyway,
all right, we will. Let's get to the game.
Yeah, let's get
last night. I don't know. It's by the way, if you're in the Capilano area, come on by. We're at Boston Pizza.
Yeah, you could come yell at me in person.
Yeah.
About how much you love the Blue Jays and want to call them Canada's team for whatever reason.
I just don't know why it's such a big deal.
I know it's not a big deal.
It's clearly driving you insane.
No, it's not. It's just I agree with Matthew. I think he is right.
Why would you side with Iwanek on this? He's a full-fledged Yankees fan.
Well,
like this is all
point.
This is a Yankees fan who's planting this conversation in here just to get everybody riled up instead of cheering for a team that dismantled the Yankees. Like, why are we doing this? Why are you siding with Iwanek, who's clearly a Yankees fan?
Well, because
this is exactly what a Yankees fan would say.
Matt,
you're getting fooled by the Yankees fan.
My co-host Matthew is a critical thinker, and I am too. This text says, "I think we can all agree that Tommy just has really bad takes on everything." You know what? That's a terrible text. It's full of malarkey.
Rip City Step says, "Killers are a bigger band in Canada than the Hip." Signed, Tommy.
Well, that's also not true. They are a better band overall than the Hip, but they're not bigger in Canada than the Hip. What's my take on world champion title? It's also stupid.
That too?
It's beyond stupid. It's stupid unless you actually compete as nations against one another. Calling yourself world champion as a Super Bowl champion, NBA champion.
See you later. I would agree. I would agree with that. The
Yeah.
world champion thing. I don't.
It's not.
I mean, that doesn't make sense.
That's incorrect as well.
Yeah, they don't do that with the Grey Cup. They don't do that with the Stanley Cup.
No. Yeah, I think that one's silly too. It doesn't bother me. I'm just saying.
I don't even want you to see this text.
I want to read it.
Andrew the accountant. The Blue Jays are more of Canada's team than the Killers are, one of the greatest bands of all time.
Oh, that's fine. I'm not. That's fine. I don't have a problem with that one.
Troll is in, of course. See, this is what I'm talking about. The guy whose name is Troll on the text handle says Iwanek is right, whether you want to believe him or not, Dusty. So there's that.
Hey, how about Norman Akombai just chime in? It says, never, ever, ever cheer for a Toronto-based team. Go Astros, Texans, Rockets. Hashtag Combine.
All right, now let's get to the game. I got distracted again.
Jacket.
The Edmonton Oilers, they get the win. They salvage the road trip a little bit. Coming away with a victory against the Ottawa Senators. If you want to chime in on this hockey game, and we hope you do, 780-218-9999, and then over on the YouTube chat as well. As somebody, I can't remember who it was in the chat this morning over on YouTube, basically laid it out perfectly for me. Like right now, you're desperate for wins, so you don't really want to critique a win, but it wasn't a good win. You know, like they played okay.
Yeah.
But I thought they'd take it to Ottawa a little bit more than they did. Hell, Tommy, they got out Corsied by the Sens.
Oh, shoot. That's too bad.
I know you love that stuff.
Yeah, that's great stuff. It's really relevant.
I was shocked because I watched the first period, listened to the Stav and Moon on the second period, was coaching basketball, opened up my phone like 45 minutes later, and I saw that it was 2-2 going overtime. I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah.
What happened? And I saw that it fell apart for a minute and 20 seconds. Right at the beginning of the third, which isn't ideal. And then Walman obviously saves the day in overtime. So they found a way to get the win. They had to get the win. Some cool moments for Howard and Walman and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, I still kind of thought they were pretty mid in that game.
Mid, yeah, it's fair to say that. Let's focus on some positives here. I mean, they had a lead for a good chunk of the game. Stu Skinner played well. The power play at the end of the day ends up going 2 for 3. Not ideal how they went 2 for 3. I mean, the first goal that McDavid scored, he gets on the board, by the way, first goal of the year. Bouchard got his first point. Walman helped steady the defense. I think the best way to describe it is guys playing in the right roles on the back end helped stabilize things. So there were good things, and you wrap up what was a disappointing week with a victory, which is good as well. 3-3-1. You know, they should be 4-2-1 or 5-1-1, whatever. But shoulda, coulda, woulda, and they've blown a couple of games certainly. Yeah, I mean, they don't shoot the puck still, Dusty. They like to overpass it. We saw that a lot on the power play. What else? Still some blunders here and there. That you talk about the minute 36 stretch there where they kind of blew it.
Horrible play by Bouchard.
Yeah, he's done that.
Where is that lead? What's that play leading to? Outside of what happened.
Yeah, and he's been riddled by brain farts for the first week and a half of the season. So it's been frustrating, certainly. I don't know. There's things that need to be cleaned up. They kind of stuck with the lines for a good chunk of the game. Podkolzin was on the McDavid Draisaitl line late when they were trying to get the go-ahead goal. So I don't know, man. Like, there's still some things that need to be ironed out. I mean, Belsy and I were talking about it. It's like, why don't they just simplify it? And it seems like such an easy concept. Shoot the puck on net. Go after rebounds. Get the puck off if you don't have a play. Off the boards and out in your own zone. And they still, I don't know. It's like they're stuck between playoff mode and preseason mode. And unfortunately, it's regular season mode, and they're still trying to figure it out.
The rookie text in, it says, Bouchard, Canada's mistake.
Well
That's kind of funny. But
That's
now,
well
with that
played.
being said, there's multiple defensemen in Canada, right? Multiple hockey players in Canada make mistakes, so we can't identify him as that, right? If he was the only defenseman in Canada, then we could own him as that.
I have a question that would stir it up. I'm just going to leave it alone.
No way. I want to stir it. Is it stirring me up, or is it stirring people
I
up?
don't know. I think it would stir people.
No, let's stir it up. Is it about the
No,
power? Is it about the power play?
No, it's about Bouchard. I'm going to leave it.
Well, can I guess? If I guess it, will you tell me?
In regard to like the Canada's mistake.
Yeah, he's not going to be on the Olympic team.
No, not a
should he
chance.
be even remotely close to it.
Didn't somebody?
That was the take. Was that?
No.
Oh.
Didn't somebody ask you on your show if his game, Bouchard's game against the Islanders on Long Island, cost him a spot on the Olympic team? When I heard that, I started laughing.
I mean, they might have. I probably pushed it aside. Like, he's not going to be on the Olympic team.
It came up
It's
somewhere.
not going to happen.
No chance.
There's no way. And if some people, I mean, I don't even want him to be on the Olympic team. Get some rest, whatever.
Yeah.
But there's no way. I mean, they can take looks at him, but there's zero chance Evan Bouchard is on the Canadian Olympic team.
No,
none.
I don't think so.
At all, whatsoever. Do you want to write down what you want to stir up on this notepad, and then I'll see if
Let's see. I need to articulate it properly.
Yeah. I'm very curious about what the stirring up is, and it's a Bouchard take.
Yeah.
Huh. Very curious, Tom Gazzola. Very curious. Troll over in the chat says, stir it up. Coach Mike says, what kind of game can we expect with the Oilers with this weird one game at home and then two more on the road this weekend? Look, man, it's a schedule you have to push through. Leads to a much more favorable schedule at home later in the year. So there's got going for you as well. I love these all meat bites.
They're nuggets. They're delicious.
I know. That's basically like the high-end chicken nugget, and they're delicious.
See, I don't think I'm even articulating this right. I had a quick.
Well, you're writing like a paragraph.
I know, and that's why I think it's lost. I think it's lost. Not worth it.
Tails says it's going to be sweet when Bouchard is named to the team. I mean,
okay, Tails.
It could be for you, but I don't see it.
Good luck with that. And see, I've lost the plot on that. I had it for a moment and I lost it.
I don't think this is stirring things up too much at all.
No, because I didn't articulate it the way I wanted to. And it would tie into this Canada's team, not Canada's team argument.
I'm going to say it then.
Go ahead.
I'll stir it up. Basically, the point here is that if Bouchard's on Team Canada and is screwing it up, would rest of Canadian hockey fans blame Canadian management for putting on the team or blame the Edmonton Oilers for having Evan Bouchard?
Right?
Is that it? That's what I don't think that's that story.
But
Tommy, I think you're okay.
Yeah.
I think it's a good question.
All right.
And
that does happen, right? We debate everything. We pick it apart.
I think they would blame Canadian management because they'd be like, why is he on this team?
That's a great
Couldn't
question.
find another defenseman. Bouchard's a great defenseman. Don't get me wrong. Has some issues. But this is Team Canada at the Olympics. Tell me this. As a Canadian, and I guess we can identify Team Canada hockey team as Canada's team.
100%. It is our
seven
team.
other teams. So yes, that's Canada's team.
Thank you for recognizing.
You're telling me that in a tied hockey game, as a Canadian hockey fan, Not like an Oilers fan, but as a Canadian hockey fan in a gold medal game against the United States of America, you're going to want Evan Bouchard on the ice with 4 minutes left.
No, I want him sitting in a sports bar somewhere else watching.
I think that's what that conversation has to come down to. And those who want to support him in it, totally get it. You can build a case. Those who don't want to support him in it can build a case.
Mm-hmm.
But as a Canadian hockey fan watching a 4-4 hockey game against the United States, or it's in overtime or something, you're going to be confident in Evan Bouchard making a play that I don't know. I would be worried about that, but that's just
100%. Anyway, I find it funny. I find it very funny.
All right. What about the power play? We saw the power play in overtime. I mean, they got out there quickly. Boom, back of the net. It's over.
Power play 2, yeah.
Yeah.
But if that was,
but that's the thing. We don't even what is power play 2 anyway? But the first power play unit, I think it's lacking. I know they scored last night, so it's a tough conversation to have about the power play the day after it scored 2 goals. Now it was against a penalty kill that's atrocious,
67%,
60.9%.
That's right.
Going into the game yesterday, so now it's below 60. But I just think the first power play unit right now is lacking a bit of a sense of urgency.
Yeah,
it's almost like they know whatever they'll do, they'll just stay out as long as they want anyway.
And they have. And you know what? They've been doing that 5-on-5, the big dogs. They've been taking all the ice time that they want. I think they had, was Bouchard or McDavid out there for 3 minutes at one point in the last couple of games? I heard the boys on the broadcast talking about it. You know what, Dusty? It doesn't seem like they're just keeping it simple on the power play. And I know that's so easy to say and observe when we're watching on broadcast or from the press box, but I think it's pretty obvious. McDavid and Draisaitl just look for each other. They've tried to throw in new wrinkles and set plays. They're not working. They're not executing them well. I know it's probably going to take a little bit of time to kind of iron those out. And then when they're getting the puck and they can't get their set plays and Draisaitl can't find McDavid and McDavid can't find Draisaitl, they're kind of just stagnant. And that's where I think that descriptor of no urgency sets in. And I think it's valid. Pass, shoot. A lot of coaches say pass, find the pass, look for the seam, shoot it, create chaos, create havoc in front of the net.
It's different because it's overtime, but I mean, Savoy won the faceoff, Ekholm passed it back, Walman shot it, done, back to the net.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, no, that's true. And that's a bit, yeah, you're right. Circumstance there's a bit different.
It's a little bit different, but it is basically a pass, shoot.
Yeah. And Walman looked like he was going to whiz it at Allmark's head, whether or not it went in or not. And he kind of ducked it and it went bar down. It was a great shot when it was on a rolling puck. So, yeah. And listen, I think the power play will, figure it out to a certain extent. But I think that penalty killers and coaches that scout penalty kill or the power play for the Oilers have set up their PKs to be quite effective against Edmonton. It's a cat and mouse game, and we need to see the Oilers and those unbelievably talented forwards that they have and creative guys that they have try something a little bit different that actually connects, and right now it isn't.
What would have to happen to see significantly different personnel on the power play?
They'd have to probably go on a really bad stretch.
Yeah,
and they have to look like total junk.
I'm thinking more than just Walman for one power play. If they're actually McDavid and Draisaitl are only trying to pass to each other, and it's not helping.
And they get shorty scored on them
just for a game.
Yeah,
I think it would have to be pretty bad.
Yeah.
For quite some time for them to actually do that.
Like rock bottom. Now we have seen this team flirt with rock bottom in certain areas, which is super frustrating. But I don't think it gets to that point. Really quickly, somebody brought up do you think the larger ice surface would help Evan Bouchard as an aside? They're not doing the larger ice surface for the Olympics.
It'll be played on NHL ice.
Exactly. Just a quick aside.
So, yeah, thank you for the question, but no.
Anyway, power play.
Rip City Step says Tomaszek should have 2 to 5 power play goals in the first few games. He had some good looks.
Yeah, he did.
Around the net. The thing with Tomaszek is that I don't think he was a net front guy on the power play
before
overseas. He would have been the puck handler
and the shooter
on the power play overseas and a shooter on the power play overseas. He wouldn't have been plastered in front of the net. So I think that's probably uncharted territory for him a little bit. Maybe that's why you've seen him get some decent looks, but not be able to have that elite finishing touch around the net. Because if you haven't done that before, and then you're thrown out there with two of the greatest power play players in the history of the game, unless it's a straight up tap in back door where there's no goalie anywhere.
Right.
I mean, you got to be pretty good. You got to have quick hands and tight there. So,
Yeah.
how much of this do you think power play and just the overall 500-ish start to the year has to do with some of the coaching changes? Like, I don't think we've talked a lot about some different voices, some different faces behind the bench. Guys who had become important to these players are no longer around.
Glenn Gulletson.
I think it's only natural that maybe there's a little bit of a, transition time to sort of find your stride on that front.
I think that's fair. All kinds of factors coming into play. Supersized Indiana Jones wearing his Blue Jays hat because he appreciates Toronto's team.
Canada's team.
No, he just said Toronto's team, baby.
Toronto's team.
Thank you.
Not Canada's team?
See? He says, don't slander me like
Canada's
that.
Team. He said Canada's
team.
team.
I thought he said Toronto's team.
He said Canada's team. He said, don't slander you like that.
Better. Yeah. I am being better.
Look at Tommy Gazzola in here.
I'm not pandering to the population.
Tommy Gazzola in here taking bullets because he's so anti-Canadian today.
I'm not.
You're doing that, then you're saying the whole
Canadian.
country's going to rip Bouch. Unbelievable take, stirring it up like that.
Just because I won't pander to popular opinion when I think it's not technically true. It's called being a critical thinker. Groupthink bad.
Okay, but what about the coaching? That's what we were talking about.
Yeah. I think there's probably an adjustment period. Absolutely. I mean, on the PK, which PK has been okay. It did leak one yesterday. PK has been working with Mark Stewart. He's been the X's and O's guy for the last couple of years. Paul Coffey was the
no
hype
changes
man.
there, right?
No, that should be the same outside of
the personnel
fixing.
changes.
Yeah, the personnel. I don't like McDavid and Draisaitl on the PK.
Well, let's find some penalty killing numbers here, like time on ice.
But still, power plays aren't that complicated. You have one extra guy, find the open man. If you find the seam or you open up the seam across the ice, you have like a 30% higher chance of scoring. Belzy calls it Royal Road, and there's a reason why teams try to get some movement going and find that open seam. And if you have a shooter who can bury like the Oilers do, Oilers have a couple of guys who can. You can take advantage, but that really hasn't been happening. There's been a lot of passing to each other, waiting, dust it off, look, pass, look, wait. So it's been kind of flat that way for sure.
Do you think they just make this McDavid Draisaitl penalty kill a thing? Like,
I don't know
for the whole season. Like, is this a thing for the whole season, or at some point are they like, oh, Hyman's back now, Janmark's back now?
Well, my boy Janmark's got to get back out there.
I heard you. It was last night, post-game show, driving home from basketball practice with Marshall, and I heard you went to mention somebody else, and you mentioned Matthias Janmark by accident.
I was trying to talk about
my God, you were such a Janmark simp. Unbelievable, this guy.
That's Edmonton's boy. That's he's no, I'm just kidding.
But do you think at some point they're like, okay, like they get enough ice time? They've had some. I think was it last night, the first period, or maybe it was the last game. They had a decent chance shorthanded, but I'm always like, gotta get back. You don't want to lead to an odd man rush away because you're so hungry for offense.
Right. Here's what I kind of look at, and we've had a few people point this out. Is like the disparity in minutes allocated to these forwards. When the Oilers are chasing games, or if there's a lot of special teams. I think the Islanders game was the best example of that. Like just the discrepancy in minutes between like the top 5 forwards and then everybody else. I think at some point that catches up to you. It's come up a couple of times over the last few years. We've talked about it. And I think there's some validity to it. Like you got to keep your guys involved. Give them the responsibility of playing on the PK. Like put Savoy out there. When Janmark's ready to go, get him on the PK. Let Henrique do his stuff on the PK as well. I don't know. Just I understand and appreciate the idea of putting McDavid and Draisaitl out there for a PK. I'm worried about them blocking a shot off their foot, somebody's howitzer, slapper.
Tails just said that over there too. Yeah. Like if you're out there, all it does is create an opportunity to possibly take one off the ankle.
Right.
And then you're like, wait a second, the Oilers season has been thrown into disaster mode because Connor McDavid was on the penalty kill, even though he doesn't want to block a shot, accidentally got in the way of a slapper from the point. Like that's unnecessary. It's unnecessary. Put Matthias Janmark at risk. Put Podkolzin at risk.
Yes.
Put Kapanen. Like put these other guys at risk.
Yeah.
Not
Frederick,
those guys.
Whatever. Like Frederick, we need to see more from too. I heard you guys talk about him this morning, and I completely agree. But yes, and then it gets them involved, and they feel like they're contributing, and they're in the game, and they're not waiting for 8 to 10 minutes for their next shift, like Cass and Belzy talk about, and Joaquin talks about. They've gone McDavid, Draisaitl heavy, and then
do you think the player, like, do you think Connor went to them and was like, throw us on the penalty kill?
No, I don't think.
Well, then why are they doing it? Like, I just don't understand. Why would Knobloch be? You know what we need? We need those guys also wasting their energy on the penalty kill. I don't. That doesn't necessarily like play them on the. Well, they do the whole power play thing, right? They're out there until they want to come off in the power play.
Correct.
They play a ton at 5-on-5.
Correct.
Is it like, do you have those guys killing penalties because you don't have faith in anybody else to do it? Is that why? Like, what's driving this? Like, if you're going to give them some power play, give penalty kill time, put them out for the final 20 seconds, like they've done in the past before,
and let them have that first shift after.
Yeah, like, I just don't know what the driving, like. So the penalty kill wasn't great last year, right? What was the penalty kill last year? Remember the penalty kill?
It ended up middle of the pack,
okay.
But it would dipped as low as like 27th in like November, December.
So it was a middle of the pack penalty kill last year.
Yeah.
So you're sitting there in the offseason looking at your roster going, you know how we improve the penalty kill? Put McDavid and Draisaitl on it. And I just like that seems strange to me. I don't say it's wrong because Knobloch's an NHL coach and he's made some good decisions, but it seems weird. It doesn't make sense to me. I'm trying to figure out, like, what is the driving force in having those two guys together? And you could say, oh, try to create offense on the penalty kill. They got to create offense 5-on-5 right now.
Yeah.
Like, so I don't know, man. I don't understand it. I don't know why they're doing it.
I'm surprised by it. I don't have the answer. I really don't. I'm baffled. If someone wants to suggest an idea, I'd be like, yeah.
Like why are they doing it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, are they trying to just throw a different strategy at opponents and people? They feel like other teams have adapted to this. Let's put McDavid and Draisaitl out after the PK ends so that we get momentum back. And now let's throw another wrench at opposing teams and make it even more difficult for them to adapt. I don't know. Are they overthinking it? That's what I'm wondering. Is the coaching staff overthinking this? I have no idea. I look at it and I'm like, really? They're still sticking with that, huh? Okay.
I don't know. I don't know. It's well, it doesn't make sense. They're playing like 23, 24 minutes a night,
right,
in October,
right,
to play on the penalty kill
against.
I don't get it.
What are perceived to be lesser teams?
Why are you doing that?
And they're not having success. This text out of Calgary says they're doing it because Button said it's a good way to get their feet moving with the roll eyes emoji.
He mentioned that yesterday on the show.
And listen, I know that this text comes in jest, but I laugh because I'm like, yeah, that's funny, and maybe I don't know. Like, I'm honestly at a loss of, like, I don't get it outside of your two best players, and the more your two best players on the ice, the better odds you have of having success. But at the same time, I'm thinking to myself, like, how long can you actually keep those guys out there in a game versus keeping the other guys involved? And it's a bit baffling to me, at least.
It's also taking away what could be a significant role for two other guys who don't have a role on the team.
When you feel responsibility,
guess
that
what,
motivates you.
You're in the National Hockey League. You're not one of the big stars, but you know what you are? You're extremely important to our team's penalty kill and our chance to have success. Instead, that's just another 2 minutes that those guys have to wait to get back out there and try to contribute somehow because they're not getting any power play time either.
Right.
Yeah, I was trying to not really give a damn about it, but I'm starting to get really, like, perturbed. Is that a word? Perturbed?
Perturbed. That's a great word.
What is the true definition of perturbed?
Confused, thrown off, I would say.
I don't even know how to spell perturbed.
Disturbed to a certain extent.
How would you spell perturbed, buddy?
Pertub. Or
just like it sounds?
Perturbed with an R-B-E.
Perturbed.
Yeah, there you go.
I put in Peterbed. Must have been an autocorrect.
Oh, Peterbed.
Feeling anxiety or concern, unsettled.
Yeah.
I don't really feel anxiety about this, but I'm a little unsettled about it.
There you go.
I'm a little, so I guess it's accurate. I am perturbed.
Yeah.
I'm a little unsettled about this.
I think it was a great use of the word perturbed.
Yeah. All right, let's get to a few more of your text messages at 780-218-9999. 780-218-9999. Mike from Calgary. Yeah, how many other teams play their NHL stars in the penalty kill? I can tell you it's 0, although I don't watch them all. I'm pretty sure I'm correct in this situation.
Thanks, Mike.
Shout out to Luke in Cowtown and Mike from Calgary and all these guys
We're getting
down south being buried in flame country who are checking things out. Amos Moses says, yes, Derek Hine rented a year or so. No, this was more than. When did Derek Ryan do his? That was
when Tip got
early
let go.
Woodcroft. So that was like 5 years ago, 4 years ago.
Yeah, 2022.
Yeah, 4 years ago.
Yeah, 2022. That's right. February.
Woodcroft was only hired in 2022.
That's right.
And he's already been here, and then no.
Yeah, man.
That's just 3 years.
Yeah,
1.5 years. 1.5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess maybe.
The day that Tip got fired and Woody got the job was the day I got LASIK, and I remember I ended up working that day still at our old shop. Yeah, it was 3 years ago. It just stands out to me because Hernan called. He's like, "Can you come on the show?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure."
It's tough to get time off of the old place. You had LASIK.
Yeah.
I had a baby. Had to work the next day. The next day.
No.
Yeah, we had Elizabeth. And then
man.
the next morning, that was like, the ratings are starting. You should probably be in the next day. If my wife saw her old boss in public, she would probably choke him out. Yeah, that was, I felt bad. I'm like, what am I supposed to do? My boss is like, I got to get back to work. She's like, we got a baby yesterday. Like, yeah.
I had a fresh baby.
Yeah.
That's not cool.
What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Anyway, how is the LASIK?
Amazing.
Yeah.
It's been phenomenal. I know some people are leery of it, but
I think I'm a little too scared.
Yeah, and you know what? There are people that don't like having things touching their eye, and I just, I got so flustered with glasses and then contact lenses. They were drying out quicker, and I just said, screw it. I had a few grand that I was willing to part with and made a life decision that I didn't want to wear glasses anymore, and it's been awesome. I was thoroughly impressed with how good it is, and very happy I did it.
Colin Ellerslie with another real good conversation on this whole 97 and 29 killing penalties. Colin Ellerslie says, don't you also want Davo and Leon fresh against not the best players on the other team once the penalty kill ends?
I would
That's
say
what
yes.
they've been doing, right? That for years. It's always Jack on a broadcast is like,
they got the jump.
They've got the line out there again after the penalty kill like they usually do. And yeah, I don't know, man.
Okay, there's been some really good text coming in today. One says Oilers need a Jesse Belanger. That is a deep pull.
Jeez.
Do you remember Jesse Belanger? He was on the 93 Habs. Like, depth, like,
yes,
extra forward.
Do you think this person meant Eric Belanger, though?
Maybe, but Jesse Belanger did sign with the Oilers in like 1996, never cracked the lineup.
Did he?
Yeah, ended up in the farm.
I think I remember using Jesse Belanger on NHL 94 with
Correct.
the Habs.
Yes. Yeah, he signed with the Oilers and ended up
he was part of the 93 Cup run.
Yeah. Oh, he did get 6 games with the Oil. I didn't know that. I thought he was just a minor leaguer for that whole year.
He did play 6 games
Yeah,
there.
and he was with the Las Vegas Thunder.
He must have meant Eric Belanger.
I would think
There's no way somebody's dropping a Jesse Belanger on us today.
Yeah, how many NHL
I
games
did not have that on
the
the Jesse Belanger?
Yeah. Oh,
made 246 games.
That's not bad.
6 with the Oil. Went back to Montreal a little bit later on in his career.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember him on the 93 Habs because I used them on the video game the next year, and Belanger was one of the guys. All right, 780-218-9999. 780-218-9999 is where you can chime in here. So we'll see. Like, I think at some point, once you get a couple of veterans back like Hyman and Janmark, I think at some point they end the McDavid. Like, even without penalty kill time, they're still going to play 21 and a half minutes a night. If it's a heavy power play game, they're still going to play 24 minutes. Like I said, I don't know if it's about I don't know what it's about, but I'd like to move on.
If you could take away those 2 minutes a night that they play on the PK and put them into better scenarios, 5-on-5, power play, whatever, I think the team's better served that way. Anyway, I think everybody agrees.
All right, if you're watching over on YouTube today, hammer the thumbs up for us. That'd be very much appreciated. Walman gets the overtime winner. Outside of that, what did you think about Walman's game last night?
Good to see him back. Belzy noticed a couple of things. Just he not, I don't know if hesitation is the right way to describe it, but he said that when there were plays along the wall, it was coming back into the Oilers zone instead of Walman being proactive first to the puck, he would kind of wait for the opposition player to come in, and then he would tie him up and get involved. He said that that's an indicator to him that maybe he's not 100% healthy still, or that's how he's getting back up to speed. So I didn't think he put himself into bad situations. Ideally, you want to get the puck first. You want to win puck races. You want to win puck battles. But he seemed to be all right. And just the fact that overall stabilizing the back end, I think, is good. If that gets Darnell Nurse's game set in the right direction again, that's also excellent. Good. I mean, that's a good start. I mean, the game as a whole from the team, a little bit frustrating, but I thought the defense generally was all right.
Rashad brought up an interesting point today and talked about when Regula is able to come back, put him with Kulak, and then they've got pretty decent top six.
Yeah.
What did you think of Regula before he got hurt? Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think he was that NHL ready. And listen, he played 2 games, got his bell rung by Evander Kane. That was a huge hit. Had a good preseason. He put in a lot of work, Dusty, last year when he was rehabbing that knee injury. He was up with the big club. He was practicing every day. He was putting in extra work after practice, and he was looking smooth. But it's one thing to do it in practice, and then to do it at 100% pace in the NHL is another. And he only had 22 games under his belt in the league. Very impressive. So I hope he can sustain it. I don't know. That's my big question for him. Like, he's big, he moves well, he looks for the right play. He doesn't have the jitters and gets jumpy when he has the puck on his stick. There's so many good elements to him that I've really enjoyed as the preseason and the regular season began. I'm curious how long does that last? Will he, when he comes back, be less sure of himself because he might hear footsteps because he got his bell rung by Evander Kane? Those are all question marks for me, at least. But everything I've seen out of him has been like, damn, he's pretty good. And I understand why, Stan Bowman went and plucked him from Boston when they put him on waivers. And I had been told Boston had a plan in place for him as they rehabbed his knee. And he kind of fell out of favor in Chicago. So they might have uncovered a diamond in the rough, but I think we just need to see more consistency, and let's see how he does coming back.
I think I liked what I saw from him, but not as much as some other people liked what they saw.
There's
from
some
him.
people just raving about
some
him.
people are absolutely like, get him back, he'll save Nurse. Like, there are some people who really loved him. I liked what I saw. I still hate the fact that he didn't take the man on that high stick goal that could have been called back.
Right.
He was swinging at the puck as well.
Yes.
But he looked better than I thought he would. So
yeah.
I liked what I saw from him. I just don't think I liked him as, like, some people are like, get him back, problem solved.
No.
And I mean, I hope he becomes that.
That would be great.
But it's still a very small sample size here.
When you have 24 NHL games, 2 with your new team, it's hard to
but
confidently be like he
looked,
fixes so many things.
He looked good, though.
Yeah,
like
100%.
He looked good. I didn't think he was maybe as good as some people were making it out to be. But I mean, I'm not saying anything bad about him. I thought he was good. He had one play that I thought could have maybe done a little bit better. But outside of that, very nice surprise coming out of the preseason and training camp.
From what we've seen from him, I think he's better than Ty Emberson. Can he sustain it? That's my question. I think he moves the puck better. He's bigger.
It's such. We've seen him play a couple games.
I know.
He might be.
Yeah.
But that's jumping to conclusions pretty quick. Not that Emberson, is a guy that has to be in the lineup every night. I'm not saying that, but
and he's still developing too, right? Like, he's only played about 100 games. And Regula is not much younger than Emberson. I think he's a year or two younger.
Well, I'd like to see him back. Hopefully he can stay healthy and actually put together a good 30, 35 game stretch or something like that. And they can get a sort of a real read on what they might have in him. And then that'll kind of lead towards, eventually when you get to the deadline and how you're looking at adding maybe a defenseman or a different type of defenseman because he's been steady enough as a third pair or something along those lines as well. What about the Montreal Canadiens tomorrow, buddy? What do you think? They come home for one, like the Oilers. The Habs are coming off the second half of a back-to-back.
Yep.
They're playing in Calgary tonight. Huss made an interesting point on Lockshot, but Calgary's going to win a game at some point.
You would think
Like
so.
Montreal's a better team, undoubtedly,
Yeah.
much more skilled. But Calgary's not gonna. I mean, what are they gonna start the year with?
What are they, 1-6 right now?
Yeah, like they're gonna start the year going 1-9 or something like that. I feel like. So I think it's an okay spot to maybe back the Flames tonight if you're gonna dabble in things over at Play Alberta. But I've loved what I've seen from Montreal so far. So I'm very excited to watch that game tomorrow night. I'll tell you, if the Oilers go through the motions at all, Montreal's offense will stick it to them.
Yep, I agree with you there. I look at the Habs and the Sens kind of in the same grouping because both of them were playoff teams last year, right? And the Sens were plucky and they gave Toronto a run for their money. Montreal put up a good fight as well, and they've got these young, feisty, skilled players. They've got good goaltending from Montembeault and Dobesh now, and they have good young defensemen. That trade for Dobson was a big one. Hudson has been pretty impressive. He's continued his good plays. There's a lot going for the Habs right now. Maybe they're just kind of developing and maturing in their life cycle. I think the Oilers are going to be in for a similar game to what they had yesterday. I think the Oilers need to be coming out of the gates with a little bit more jump and sustaining pressure. And I think we're in for a good one tomorrow night. And also Edmonton's going to have to deal with the crowd element because there's going to be a lot of red, white, and blue in there. Yeah, and all those people that are pseudo Oilers fans, but when the Habs roll to town, they're the biggest Habs fans. They come out in full force, and I'll tell you what, it makes for a great atmosphere.
It's essentially an 8-game road trip.
I've seen that, and it's kind of true.
You know, come home for one, mixed crowd, then back out for a couple more.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that statement. No, that's fair. Let's see how the Oilers handle that. So it's going to be fun tomorrow. I'm excited about it, and I think when the Oilers and Habs get together too, Dusty, you usually get some like pretty entertaining games. Crazy stuff happens, and
I hope we get one of those.
Yeah,
that'll be a lot of fun. Yep.
Yeah.
I think I see YouTube Trev over in the chat there saying Howard on line 1.
Cool. Well, good for him yesterday.
Do you think they give him any sort of opportunity like that?
I'd put him in there instead of Pod Colson. And maybe he gets a little confidence and can ride that. Maybe gets a look up there. But that goal he scored yesterday was a goal scorer's goal. Like Draisaitl waiting, shocking, looking for the seam to open up. And Howard kind of delayed in the slot and buried it. That was a nice goal.
Supersized Indiana Jones on the YouTube chat.
He's been staring at me the whole time.
Says Howard, Canada's rookie.
Look away. Canada's rookie. Get out of here, Corey. Oh my God.
I think it's pretty funny.
I'm enjoying it.
Vandalay VP over on the YouTube chat says Lane Hudson is simply an evolved Norm McIver. Wow, what a Norm McIver.
Good pull.
We got Jesse Belanger and Norm McIver messages on the oil stream today. I think that's outstanding. Stupid Peter says, I think they'll have to split up McDavid and Draisaitl against Les Canadiens.
I think they should. I
don't know what they'll do.
Better served having them on different lines. And
nobody knows.
Whatever. There's a guy wearing a Golden Knights jersey over there. Interesting.
Where?
Behind you.
Oh, outside?
Yeah.
Getting a walker out of the car.
You don't see that every day.
But why is an old guy wearing a
says
Golden
that's Canada's
Knights
jersey.
I hope these are two really old people who are coming in to troll us.
Upset about our argument on the hangout.
He's wearing a Golden Knights hat, too.
He's all in, baby.
Who is this guy?
I don't know.
A little adventure here, this guy.
I know.
Is he a regular? Is that guy a regular?
Cody, is that a regular?
No. Yeah.
not anymore.
Not anymore, he says. That's well played for Cody at Capilano Boston Pizza.
I'm sorry, sir. You're not welcome here.
But just quickly on Vegas, though.
Yep.
They look good.
Damn it.
They look good. Like, I don't want to be that guy, but the Oilers aren't winning the division. I'm already going to say they're not going to win the division.
But they have their
they never win the division.
December.
No, but they never win the division.
37 years the Oilers haven't won the division.
Yeah, they're not going to win the division, especially with how good Vegas looks right now. I know it's early, but I think this is going to be a 2-3 thing.
Ugh.
I thought you gave the Ducks some love early in the season.
Yep.
The Ducks have had a nice start to the year. Now, is this one of those things where it's a team that's hoping to emerge, has a nice start, then falls off? I could see that with the Ducks still, but they're not going to be like bottom barrel.
They play like in-your-face jerk hockey, and I think that every night that they play, that's what you're going to see, and it's going to lead to a little bit more success for them. They've got some better players too. That's why I like them, and I think they have decent goaltending. Finally got rid of Gibson. So the I don't think the Ducks make the playoffs, Dusty, but I just think that they become one of those annoying teams that's kind of always in every game, and it'll result in them being in the mix a little bit longer.
Casino Dealer Jay over in the chat says Oilers will lose the division by 2 points again. It's tradition.
Ugh.
Some even say that the Pacific is Canada's division.
I've enjoyed this debate. It's been fun. It was like he's still staring at me.
That's kind of.
I can't help. I want to see your
funny.
guys' reaction. Corey's just giggling over there.
I'd like to see Howard get 2 games with one of those guys.
It'd be good.
I like just to see. I want to be honest with you. I'd like to see anybody get 2 games with those guys.
Yeah.
No, like Frederick got 2 games. Nobody else has got 2 games with McDavid.
And Frederick looked good his second game with them.
Yeah,
that was the Vancouver game.
Yeah, he looked better.
Yeah,
sure. I don't know if we're ready to just sort of settle in with Frederick as on the third line for 8 years, but that might be the case. Which is fine with how much they're paying them. You can get away with that with the cap going up. That's pretty much what third liners are going to be making moving forward. So, the thing with Frederick is that there's not many times I'll see a play and I'll go, "Oh, who's that?" And it was Frederick.
Yeah.
So.
But he's supposed to be a banger and crasher, and he hasn't really banged and crashed, has he?
The team in general hasn't banged and crashed, Tommy. Like,
yeah,
I think I heard Belzy say last night on the post-game show that he thinks they're soft. Did you not mention that? I'm pretty sure I heard him say I think they were a little bit soft. And nobody would argue that right now.
Nope.
Like, nobody would be like, they're not soft. They're a little bit of a...
gentle?
Yeah, like...
friendly.
I'd be interested to see how they hold up come playoff time in a big, heavy series if there is one that comes their way,
No snarl.
Yeah. Maybe they'll find it. Maybe they'll find it from within. Maybe they'll find it. Maybe Hyman comes back, starts crashing and banging a bit, gets everybody going.
He plays in your equipment.
There could be that as well. I mean, Puck Colson does a little bit. Kapanen will do it a little bit, but hasn't been a lot of that so far this season. All right, Zach DeKim, are you back in headquarters there?
I'm here. I'm at the technical desk.
Is that what you guys are calling that thing now?
Reed
calls. Oh, that's what Reed dubbed it as. Yeah, I don't mind the technical desk.
I don't hate that technical desk. What did you think of Trev saying that he threw the arm wrestling match against Gager to let him feel good?
There's no chance. There's no chance he threw it. He just got to take it like a man. He's got to stand up and actually own the fact that he lost.
He did that for Gager.
No way he did that for Gager. He wanted to win that arm wrestle.
He came in huffing and puffing to the boardroom after that arm wrestle, like, "Oh man, Joaquin is strong and this and that."
Yeah,
he just conceded.
He's phony baloney. That's what Trevor's right.
Yeah,
Trev, if you're still listening, you're phony baloney, my man. What's coming up in EST afternoons, buddy?
Lots of chatter regarding the Oilers' win yesterday. We'll hit up highlights, lowlights for that game there. Hernan's World as well, and Brian Wild from Global Montreal will check into tee up tomorrow's action as well, and we'll chat about the Elks award winners with Jalen Garnes checking in. He was the Rookie of the Year for the Double E.
It was a great year. Played that cover linebacker spot and then back to safety. Did a few things. Had no idea that the Canadian field was larger than the NFL field when he signed with the Elks. He did not know that until he stepped on the field at Commonwealth and was like, "What is going on here?"
Yep.
Which is kind of funny, but he's become a really good player and a guy that I'd like to see back on that team next year. All right, that is going to do it for the Oil Stream live from Capilano Boston Pizza. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much for watching. EST Afternoons is coming up. That'll be followed by the Reed Wilkins Show up until 6 o'clock today on TuneIn, on iHeart, and at EdmontonSportsTalk.com. Edmonton Oilers back in the win column, coming home for a quick one against the Montreal Canadiens. We'll get you set for that one tomorrow morning on the Nielsen Show at 6 o'clock. For Tom Gazzola, I am Dustin Nielson. Stick around for EST Afternoons. Thanks for watching.